he's one of the most honest, nicest people I have ever met in the business, period.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He gave Tony Khan his word that he would be there. He told Vince McMahon that I can't go back on my word, and I think Vince knew and respected his decision.
Bryan Danielson said that Vince McMahon called him before his AEW debut. And Bryan said, quote, "If that AEW debut was September 5th, I called Vince in early August and let him, well, because I was going back and forth, I wasn't sure. I called Vince because he and I had a good relationship. I called him in early August and let him know, okay, I've made my decision. I'm going to do this." And he called me back. In the meantime, Vince calling back Bryan. He said, I hadn't signed my contract yet. And it was like a couple, maybe 5 days before the pay-per-view. He called me, and this is just what I told him. I said, "Sir, I've already agreed to this thing. And if I was suddenly to go back on this, I feel like you have a decent amount of respect for me. Would you still respect me if one of the things that you respect about me is that I honor my word?" That was confusing in wording, but I just read it word for word. But he said it was a great conversation. He said, "Damn it, you're right." That was Vince's comment. "Damn it, you're right." So that's why Bryan Danielson ended up in AEW and staying there because he did have that conversation with Vince, Bill. And Vince basically saying, "You know what? I wouldn't want you to do that to me, so you can't do that to him."
Well, Vince was testing you. That's all. That's a test. I mean, if he'd have done it, Vince would have never forgot it.
No. Bill, your thoughts?
I know Bryan Danielson very well, and he's one of the most honest, nicest people I have ever met in the business, period.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He gave Tony Khan his word that he would be there. He told Vince McMahon that I can't go back on my word, and I think Vince knew and respected his decision.
He did.
Yeah. So he was right, Bryan. He made the right decision.
It's very similar to what Chris Jericho said too when he went to AEW. Said he actually had a conversation with Vince and explained why he was going. He looked up to Vince enough to call him and let him know what he was up to, and he didn't have to do that. Hey, look! Before we get out of here, I do want to mention that there's been a recent wedding amongst our wrestling family, and that one being over in AEW. MJF got married to Alicia Atout. Teddy, you and I have worked with Alicia in the past, and she was a sweetheart. We worked. She was on our very first road trip after hours when we were at the Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Her and Selena were with us.
Oh, the girl that was with Selena?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who's married MJF.
All right, congratulations, MJF.
Yeah, congratulations. Mazel tov to the couple. Really, they're just...
All right, we're finished. That's it. We're out of time. Anything you want to talk about, Teddy, coming up for you?
I just want to talk about, why don't you go on in and get in rehab or something, and maybe next week you'll be a little bit better, okay? Why don't you go in and admit yourself? And
if my grandkids are watching, he's just talking. He can't help himself. Bill, what about you? Anything coming up? Well, no, Teddy, do you have really anything coming up that you want to talk about?
Did I tell you I had anything coming up?
Okay, I don't want you to hear this, Daisy. Bill, what about you?
September 27th in Parsippany, New Jersey.
Parsippany?
Parsippany, New Jersey, where the Savoldi family, the legendary Savoldi family is from. I will be hosting the 90s Wrestling Con there at one of the major hotels there. Go to Facebook, go to 90s Wrestling Con.
Where's that at?
Parsippany, New Jersey. Do you remember the ring announcer, Teddy, Joe McHugh in Allentown? He used to pronounce it, and here from Parsippany, New Jersey.
Yeah. I thought that guy's still around?
No, he died many years
Okay.
ago. But it will be at a hotel in Parsippany. So go to Facebook and go to 90s Wrestling Con. They will have tons of legends there. And one of the things I'm going to be involved with, Mac, I'm sure you're going to be excited about this, is 90s wrestling karaoke.
Yeah, you should run some video so you can share it with us here on the show.
You should not. No, you should not.
I mean, I can do a moment of like 90s wrestling karaoke right now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what all we got left is a moment.
Yeah, Bill, so you're going to have to make it quick. Go ahead, pick one and start singing because the time's starting to run out here. I'm afraid that it's... Yep, it already ran out. Teddy, I'll see you next week, my friend. Same time, same place. This is the Wrestling Time Machine. I'm Mac Davis. That's Teddy Long, and that was Bill Apter, but his time always runs out. We'll see you again next week.